Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we're back to continue our playthrough of Total War Attila, featuring that wonderful Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD mod. And I do have to apologize for a bit of a break in recording. I was traveling and really don't have any way to post it for you guys like a community bulletin board because I'm not a big enough channel. Till I come up with a way to let you know those occasional times when I won't be able to post regular, you'll just have to learn to expect it every now expect it every now and then. It's kind of hard for me to, with two separate channels going, to record enough to get ahead that much to prevent breaks when I know I'm going to be traveling. So that's kind of the situation, just so you all know. And because of that, we're not going to look at anything else on the map right now. We got a battle ahead of us. We got Lisbon to take on, and it potentially could be one heck of a big battle and a lot of fun. So let's take it on. Looks like both their reinforcing armies are at sea, so they'll be landing somewhere in this battle. And we just have the garrison army in the city itself, at least to start with. So that looks like how it's going to play out. So here is our king. Let's get this battle invested. Let's get this battle started and see if we can't have some fun here.
Let them cower like kennel dogs.
All right, here we go. Well, it's definitely in our favor, but it's a big enough battle that we're going to take it on and see if we can make it happen with all these different armies. The garrison army here, and then two different reinforcing armies that aren't totally at full strength either. So yeah, I do believe. And to have catapults and ballistas landing from sea, I don't know how much use they'll be to the defending army either. So let's just get in there and make this happen. We'll see you down on the battlefield. All right, and it's a nice dry conditions here. So let's get down here and start the deployment. And here we go. Where on the map? Looks like we have our forces here coming up mostly behind us, which is probably just as well, since this is where the ladders will be, except unless there's, okay, the towers have cooperated. This is the side where the towers are out, where we're all coming in on this side. I do not see reinforcements at sea yet. They're going to be somewhere in this yellow zone, so they can be anywhere. And then we do have a humongous beach here, which I'm guessing they would be able to land on, or if they so choose, they'll be able to land over here, or if they're stupid, they'll land over on the land on this side. So we'll see if they end up reinforcing the city itself or try landing on the beaches here where we're assaulting. And I guess what we'll do is I'm going to actually, not knowing where the sea is coming in, I think I'm going to attack full strength with the king's army on the walls, and hopefully my reinforcements arrive soon enough, and we'll send them, if it looks like the beaches are going to get attacked, to hold the beaches while the king works on the city center, and then we'll adapt based on what we see happening. For instance, if they reinforce the city as opposed to the beaches. Let's just see if we have any idea on barricades real quick. Looks like a potential one right here. And that's really the only real main one I see. So we have, and it really doesn't stop us from getting us from the city center other than funneling us up this one path up the city center. But by the time we get there, oh wait. So we have another potential barricade right here to the city center, but they probably can't build both. So depending if they build here on the side, we'll go up the center. And if they build up the center, we'll go around the side. So nothing too difficult about that one. So we'll be right back with the setup and get this thing going. All right, here we go with the setup. We only have ladders on this one. We do not have any battering ram, which is just as well. There's no damage to the gatehouse at this point, so we want to go up and over totally as much as possible before all their reinforcements start showing up. So we got our archers that will lead the way on regular shot. I've kept one unit of crossbowmen that we have here, kind of in case things break and happen before reinforcements of mine make it up here. We at least got something to help drive them off, in addition to our cavalry that'll be waiting back for the gates to be opened up for us. So the only thing we got to worry about is protecting our king over here by any beach invasion until our reinforcements arrive. Otherwise, we've got spear units on the flanks to kind of hold positions, and everybody else is going up and over the walls to grab those gates so we can bring the cavalry to the interior. And hopefully our infantry, or I should say our reinforcements, the two other armies that are helping us out, show up sooner as opposed to later. All right, let's get this battle started. Once I highlight our archers that we're going to get moving first, and here we go.
I would not presume on Jesus Christ for help today. Enemy reinforcements approaching.
And we're going to have to take a look at those as soon as I get everybody on the move. I think it's important to get us on the move before I really pay too much attention, because we know we got to take these walls. Oh my, I'm running out of wall space. Okay, they are coming on the beach big time and fast. We got a second group off in the distance that could go to the city. We have my reinforcements on the map. Let's get them down here fast. Still working on moving to the walls. Slow, slow, slow. Reinforcements coming in. Slow, slow, slow. Let's bring our crossbowmen up to the beach. Just start firing on them as soon as they can. And we're basically taking on the wall, the guys that are holding the wall. It doesn't look like we have a lot of issues down here to defend against. And we'll focus on as many of the spearmen covering the walls to wear them down for our ladder attack that's coming. And they have not moved to advance yet. Reinforcements are still far away, although cavalry has made it up fast. And that is our king's bodyguard. So let's do this and hold back our leadership over this way, kind of together at the moment. Kind of hold our cavalry. We may end up having a more mobile defense out here. Try getting so far they're hanging off the coast, not doing a whole heck of a lot, and our own units are definitely weakening the spear units lining the walls, and they're starting to waver. Time to start refocusing a bit on the interior here. And the other archers on the exterior, make sure we're still focusing on these guys on the wall. And the naval forces haven't advanced yet. Okay, now they almost got all their navy up to the wall. Another king's bodyguard, we got to back off. They made it up there fast. But we've almost got some troops over here at last. Let's kind of spread them out. They're going to be our defense so we can focus everybody else, or keep everybody else focused on taking the walls.
At speed! The enemy have rallied their units.
We're going to probably be very tired having run all this way, not just showing active so far, but we are setting up to defend the beachhead while the rest of our units are moving in. set up our spears over here. We're going to send some swordsmen out this way too to secure this side. Everybody else is going for the gates. Pikemen are very slow getting up there. It'd be nice to have them available for this cavalry unit. Let's get up the walls, boys. Up the walls, up the walls. And they still have not landed. And it's nice of them not to have landed so far. It's like so courteous for us to be able to get our lines in place. See if we can start nailing some of their armies in the back. Let's start moving off the walls with our axemen and our swordsmen and addressing these units. And so far they are not landing. It looks like they're about to start moving to land. But we've almost gotten through their remaining units, and it looks like this barricade's right here, so we'll have to go up the center. And we are slicing through their units over here with our swordsmen. So let's bring our spears up for some support. And they are about to land. Unfortunately for them, it's probably too little too late. I'm hoping we can afford to... as a matter of fact, this is what we need to do. As long as we have ammo left. Let's get ourselves set up here with our archers. I don't need my archers on the interior anymore. In fact, some of them already got to the interior without me even noticing, because they were targeted against people that retreated. Let's get them back outside the gate to help against the beach attack coming up. So the kings are back here in the center. We have some cavalry units that are able to help us out. Looks like most of the spear units, there's spear units in many different places here. Let's back off. The archers out of the main line. No archers on this side, so I'm happy with them holding the line. In fact, some billmen can come on down, break the line a little bit. And let's see if we can get guys moving on the interior. We got pikemen over here. Let's go against... Hard to zoom in close to see exactly what's happening with so many units. Let's get to the city center with our stagnant units here. We'll bring this one over here to take care of these crossbowmen that got up the ladder. And let's start attacking these guys from angles. Staying away from the spears as much as we can. In fact, let's come over here.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
I'm not sure where we broke, but they broke. Looks like over here we're getting a little bit of a tough time of it. Let's see if we can bring down some swordsmen now that have been hanging back. And we have cavalry to start picking those non-spear units off. We lost some billmen over here that were fighting the fine fight. holding them well at the beachhead. How are we doing on the interior? Looks like we have a general's unit over here. We're going to try the axemen against to start. And let's see, we have our pikemen. We're going to send them up the other side against the general. At least the general that is commanding the fort. And hopefully we'll have the center in hand, although we have more reinforcements coming in over here. It looks like perhaps they have landed. Oh, that's a wiped out cavalry unit right there. So let's take the towers here. Alright, let's focus back on the beach, see how we're holding up over here. I'm getting a lot of them fading and retreating. And it's time to start closing in on the beachhead and taking care of that. We have more cavalry to send in against these skirmishing kind of units. We do have more reinforcements, but that's all skirmishing variety, of which our cavalry that's out here should be able to handle it. This is spear. We're going to send some cavalry over there to try and address them in their weakened state. And their general has disengaged. Let's see if we can grab him back. We've taken the city center, which has got to hurt. And that general of the city has collapsed. Let's take out some of their catapult units that have been bombarding us. Off the beach invasion. In fact, that wave hasn't even landed yet, so we're safe and secure at the moment on the beaches. We're going to start setting up some defenses here back on the beach. For when they land again, this next wave. It looks like the battle has ended. The city has fallen. I was wondering when everybody else would fail due to morale hits and whatnot, and it looks like it just happened. So it was just a matter of time. There's no way they were going to land with those skirmishing units on the beach. So we have this in hand. So Lisbon is ours. And there can be no doubt this is a great victory. The enemy are dead or running for their lives. All right, decisive victory. We lost 944 to their 4,298. So we have 6,507 remaining to their 1,143. So with those remaining forces, we have not officially conquered Portugal, but they don't have a home at the moment. So they are going to become nomadic. And we're going to occupy.
At your command. Ready for battle.
In fact, it looks like there's only one army left out here. We do have this lone guy, this lone army up here to deal with also. Do we have anybody that can make it back just so he doesn't play that funky shenanigans over in Braga? I think that's what we'll do, is we'll take this army back up here with Paul to just make sure he doesn't try any weird shenanigans. And then this city down here, they wouldn't be able to land in the same turn, and I got an army down there to protect it. So yeah, they're definitely going to be going nomadic here anytime, however that mechanic works. So let's send this force back up to the provincial capital of Braga just to hold it tight
Call this a garrison.
as we deal with some of these loose ends of the remaining forces around and about. One at sea and one single general with, I don't even think he has an army. Yep, Muno. In fact, let's say if we can send an assassin down here and end this little threat. Why don't we find that out? We can afford it?
Another lost soul.
And what did we happen? Our noble enemy has fallen in battle against us. So it looks like we were successful in knocking off that general unit over there. So awesome job, guys. And enemy killed in battle. Yeah, well, we knew we killed that governor slash general over there. And then another army, we lost another general. Or they did, I should say. And our assassination was successful. So there we go. I do see some promotions around the way while I'm here. Why don't we take care of these promotions? And what have we got? This is an assassin, so yeah, why don't we improve our ability to assassinate? And what's this one? Harassing an army, chance of being wounded after failure, and some things will never change. Call to arms in our own province, increase recruitment capacity, zeal. Wounding aggressors. No, where would we like to increase our skills? I think we'll just go with that. The zeal. Get that up to regular so we take no negative hits. Right now we have negative hits on agent action cost and chance of being wounded after failure, which is authority would be another nice one then to start increasing, which we'll be able to coming up. Well, looks like we have a general and or, yeah, it's a general on this one that we can get promoted. What shall we do? We have cunning that can be improved. Helps with upkeep cost for the units. And this army integrity is solid. In fact, they're considered devoted with +9 per turn. That's mainly because of the battle won. I think we shall work down here towards campaign and battle movement speed. So that's where we'll spend our promotion. And I think I may have seen another promotion down here. No, that was the same one that I moved north. Okay. Let's just check off the ticks and see if there's anything else we haven't done. We lost some households. I guess we didn't look at that at the beginning of the turn. Gained some new traits, which means somebody else has become of age. Alfred, illegitimate children, low zeal, low religious influence. And so yeah, he's not the best, Alfred, of our newest characters. And we have our decisive battles of Lisbon. We have rank gains, which I think we just dealt with. Yep, both in Lisbon. And so we gained the resource of stone, and we're covering all the territory. So that's good. We're under control here. So let's get in here with any funds we have, which is negligible right now. We don't have enough funds to even repair what we have going here. So I guess, what are we looking at? Ecclesiastical, I don't want to tear that down. I would like to repair that. We're going to dismantle down to the first level on this one. Catholic Church would be nice to rebuild, but we don't have any funds. And a gatehouse, I'm going to knock that down a level. And we'll hang on to being able to repair this. Squalor public order, yeah, we're going to knock that down also a level. All right, we got the extra slots opened up and working now too. So we don't have a lot of funds to spend right now, so let's just take a look at a few of our characters. We'll kind of leave you parked over here. You're in the territory we need you to be for assassinations for a lot of different potential generals, so we'll just kind of hang tight right there. And I think both of our spies are probably in decent spots. Yeah, I like this location. And I'm comfortable with that location. In fact, maybe the only thing we'll do is bring you more in between these two areas to keep an eye right there. And as far as preaching and what we have going here, that's a good spot. Got to refresh my memory since I've been traveling for a little bit, make sure everybody's where we need them to be, and I think we're all good right now for our support characters. Okay, that's Lisbon itself. Otherwise, we got almost everything back under control. Except over here, we're a little on the soft side, but we're still at 78, so we're okay. So next time we get funds, we got to get back to start addressing our public order, because we've gotten to that next highest level over here of Imperium, where it makes our public order, it adds to our negative public order over here, because we are respectable now. So that's an automatic -1 public hit across the board to everybody. And while we're in the family tree, I think there's a couple folks I want to take a look at getting married that still exist out here. Let's see, one of them I think is our heir, if I can locate our heir. This family tree's so freaking big anymore, it's hard. Here we go. So the heir is probably here. That's Randolph. Yes, here we go. We're going to go see if we can get Randolph married and find him a wife. Since he is the heir, we want to secure and get the line growing in that respect. In addition to Randolph, I think there's an Eric and a Ralph that I noticed while looking around. There's Eric, and he can... he's currently retainer, so he cannot look for a bride while he's a retainer. So we'll pass on Eric, I guess. Here's Ralph. He's not a retainer. Let's see if we can find him a wife. And nobody else has the influence yet to go ahead and do much. So Eric will have to hold off while he is a retainer. Let's just make sure there's not another Eric. I was looking at the family's so big and there's so many multiple names. In fact, there is another Eric who can afford to find a wife. There we go. He also has low loyalty. Maybe we can find him a good wife that'll help his loyalty issues. All right. So there is that going. In fact, when we were looking at Imperium, that also helps loyalty for everybody. So that actually should start working in our favor now that we've gained more power. It helps with loyalty. We have less control in the Senate, but we have definite dominion as far as measuring our family's power. And with the size of this tree and everybody in here who has is holding different offices, that's awesome. All right, so we should be ready. We need to move forward. We need to get some new income so we can address some of our public order problems that are going to start spurting up. We do have, I think it's only one more governor available that we can assign. Now, we do have two more, so if worse comes to worse, and we have the city, I'm kind of holding off on the governors at the moment. For those cities that are struggling, it might be Lisbon that'll get a governor for a while, but those cities otherwise, they can't. We don't have the funds quickly enough, and they start dropping below 50% as far as public order. then we'll look at assigning any spare governors at that time. So with that in mind, I think we're going to go ahead and take another turn and see what the future holds for us, see what the future brings for us. So hang on there, we'll see you on the other side.
How would you like your defeat commemorated? An arch? Or a nice column? Or by the wailing of your enslaved people?
All right, so the Duchy of Greater Poland has decided that they would like to declare war on us. I guess it's because we're gaining so much power that's starting to upset people that normally have been a little more on the friendly side with us. I do have lots of individuals who we could call my allies. But I'm not feeling a lot of threat. I don't know that I'll feel a lot of threat from the Duchy of Greater Poland. So I don't think I'll you know, because we have allies, unreliable. What are the odds? Let's not call them to our aid. They don't do a whole heck of a lot anyway, right? Let's just keep them as our allies without pushing those friendships. Okay, the Pope has declared someone a heretic. Let's go find out where he is. I don't know if we'll have anybody at this point to react for that. Our support from the Pope is I think at a 10 right now anyway, so it's not a big deal if we can't do it, but let's go, I guess we'll go look where it is after we get through these pop-ups. Wavering loyalty for Paul. In fact, that's the general that we just sent back to Braga, who's got some wavering loyalty. And we found a bride. However, well, your loyalty, Randolph, is pretty good, but chance of having illegitimate children is plus 20%. And for the main heir of ours, I think this is probably not the best wife for this particular situation. Oh, we're getting some with some amazing, let's see, personal influence, authority. Nothing here really helps the loyalty, but it doesn't really hurt it. I think just to get Eric, he already had low loyalty going into it. We didn't get lucky and find a wife that helps his loyalty. We're going to take this bride. And Ralph has not been able to find a bride. So balance of power has shifted as a result. What it means to rule here has changed also. So we're going to have to take a look at what current power at 55% means and what that has to do with what we're looking at. I don't know exactly what that's telling us as far as our current power. Okay, so we've lowered to balanced. So actually that'll help our loyalty temporarily. There should help +2 loyalty and get rid of that public order issue in a lot of territories that we've been facing. For some reason, we lowered down, our power lowered. So what the heck? I'm happy with that. We're probably going to pop back up here as we keep moving across the Iberian Peninsula. But I'm happy to temporarily get a little positive back to public order until we gain funds to be able to address it. And I don't mind having some increased loyalty temporarily. In fact, it doesn't seem... Yeah, because if it changes loyalty to +1, yeah, here it says personal loyalty is now 5. So this probably hasn't changed. Oh, I see. These are the different things affecting it. Wow, so it probably would have been lower if that change hadn't happened. Now, funds-wise, we do have some money to work with again. I think what we need to do is convert the ecclesiastical domain. Let's go find out before we do that. We're mostly Catholic Christianity here, so when we convert here in Lisbon, I want to make it just a city. Yep, we're just going to convert to a large city in this one. The plaza will convert to whatever city square, whatever, except we don't have the funds left over because that was the biggest one we needed to take care of right away. So we can do some other repairs, though. We have a Catholic church that's going to get repaired. Our shipyard can get repaired, and I can't afford it. I think what we're going to do is cut down, because the shipyard I don't need. I need either the fishery kind of thing or the trading dock kind of thing. I don't need a shipyard until navies become active in this mod right at the moment. So to me, a shipyard is a little bit of a waste right now, so we're going to tear that down while we're waiting. Squalor is not amazing here, -5, but some of the moves we just started doing should hopefully help with Squalor. And Stonecutter we're going to hang on to. Yeah, this building isn't helping us as far as public order goes, but public order is good as long as our army is there right now at a +23. So what we'll probably do is hang on to Portugal a little bit here. With this army off the coast, I just feel like we're probably going to have to keep an army nearby in case they move against us, mainly in Lisbon, because this isn't a port city. So we're probably going to have to keep one army back just to counter them attacking a city and trying to gain it back. And the rest of us will have to reposition to work on Pamplona. The Kingdom of Navarre is where we're looking to declare war, and that more than likely will bring everybody else into conflict with us too. So let's just kind of go through looking at everything. Our population surpluses, make sure I'm not missing anything that we need to know about. War, yes, we know the Greater Poland is at war with us. And they broke our non-aggression pact. Shame on them. The buildings that we've changed around in Lisbon are all done. We've gained a trait as a procrastinator over in Colchester because he's just been sitting there, I guess. And we have a food shortage temporarily over here, so that when we get the port switched over to the fishing docks or whatever, that should help with food. Okay, this assassin we will get moving. Otherwise, everybody else I'm pretty comfortable with where they're located.
How can I assist Rome?
As far as our support characters. Yeah, we'll keep you there just so you have the ability to move both ways. And do I have an army in... Yes, I do have an army up north that we can send in already against the Kingdom of Navarre when we declare war. So what we'll do is... I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut this episode a little shorter than normal just because we haven't had an episode out in a while. I want to make sure it gets, I'm able to get it out today so there's no delay in getting an episode out since it's been a while. So we're going to cut this a little shorter. We did get a nice battle. We secured our victory over Portugal, although they do have a nomadic army out here that's... bleeding troops. But it'll force us to keep at least one army in reserve, and then we'll start squaring up these two cities so the rest of our 3 armies here can then make moves. I may just keep them here in Portugal to come up in this direction, because I'm assuming this army can take care of the Kingdom of Navarre on its own, because it's not a heavily garrisoned thing right at the moment, and
how can I assist
I'm not
you?
seeing any hidden armies of theirs super nearby for the moment. Let's just send our spy over here to kind of peek around. I'm not seeing anybody hidden around anywhere. So,
As you command.
yeah, I think the army we have there is sufficient. I may get a few more, so we do have at least a few units up here. Probably look at recruiting some more coming up when we get some more funds to at least have a little bit of a force in Montpellier in case other armies get sent up against us once war breaks out. And there you go. That's kind of the overall picture since it's been a while since the last episode, as a reminder. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you enjoyed the battle. It was a big one. It was hard to focus in on specific fights. We kind of had to keep track of a large area, but we came through successful. Fortunately, they held off nicely for us on their landing along the beaches till our reinforcements showed up. It could have been a little more difficult if they had decided to attack and moved in a lot sooner in the battle. So I hope you did enjoy that. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're thinking. Let me know how you're doing. Thanks so much for being patient while I was traveling, and we'll get back into the regular recording routine once again. This is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in this world. Thanks so much for watching, and I do hope to see you next time.